Good afternoon. My name is Lindsay Volpe, and I have the honor to serve as the Deputy Secretary for the Division of Workforce Services here at Florida Commerce. With me, I have Jennifer Cook, our Workforce Technology Portfolio Director, Carmen Hill, our Bureau Chief of the One Stop and Program Support Bureau, and Andrew Collins, our Purchasing Director. Thank you for attending the One Stop and Program Support Workforce Information Technology Solution webinar. Today's webinar will serve as a tool for you to better understand the upcoming procurement needs, goals, and processes. Our presentation today will include two parts. Part one provides a high-level overview of the solicitation process, and part two will provide information about the upcoming Workforce Information Technology Solution. Before we jump into our solicitation overview, I would like to take a few minutes to highlight some of the key goals of the Bureau of One Stop and Program Support, which include leading statewide efforts to implement innovative workforce solutions that assist Floridians in achieving economic stability and self-sufficiency, strengthening structure, compliance, and oversight related to all workforce development programs, completing the transition of the Workforce Information Technology Solution, aligning the use of technology tools to enhance data quality and accountability throughout the workforce system, ensuring Florida continues to be recognized as a national workforce leader, enhancing the Bureau's ability to support state, regional, and local workforce activities through the strategic alignment of staff resources and technology tools, enhancing workforce programmatic monitoring sophistication and capabilities to implement sound risk management principles and measure program effectiveness, and implementing a comprehensive statewide management information solution to ensure workforce service gaps are met through technology. Throughout the procurement process, these goals should serve as a reminder of what we are truly looking to accomplish. Now I will turn it over to Andrew Collins, our Purchasing Director, within our Bureau of General Services to discuss part one, the solicitation overview.
Thank you so much. Next slide, please. So part one, the solicitations overview, really want to cover 3 points. Part one of our presentation today, the solicitations overview, will cover an introduction to My Florida Marketplace, MFMP, a brief walkthrough of the Vendor Information Portal, the VIP as it's known, and one of the competitive purchasing methods, the request for proposals. My Florida Marketplace, MFMP, is the state of Florida's e-procurement system and connects vendors with state government organizations that purchase goods and services. Now, an e-procurement system is a digital platform that facilitates the purchasing process for goods and services between buyers and vendors. The core purposes include streamlining the sourcing, ordering, and payment processes, ensuring transparency and fairness in vendor selection, and also enhancing efficiency by automating and tracking purchasing activities. The key functions of the e-procurement system really focuses on the ability for state government agencies to efficiently put out procurements as we're discussing today. Moving on, the MFMP Vendor Information Portal is a critical need as it provides a self-service portal where vendors can register, receive electronic purchase orders, information, and receive information about upcoming bids. This is really crucial because not only do you have to register here to be able to find out and search for advertisements, but also it facilitates communications with the agencies that you are then responding to. Wanted to highlight a few of the specific requirements in order to do the registration process in the Vendor Information Portal. You'll be well advised to have this information available when you set up your initial account. These categories of information include your official company name, your federal tax ID number, your tax filing information, the business location, your name, address, phone number, and a list of commodity or class codes on which you plan to track and bid on services. Finally, any appropriate state of Florida certified business enterprise information to become a certified business or minority business if that's applicable. Moving along, the next section of the first part of our webinar, we really want to focus on what a competitive purchasing method, the request for proposal, entails. In Florida, a request for proposal is a formal procurement used by agencies to solicit competitive proposals for vendors for goods, services, or projects. It outlines the agency's requirements, criteria for evaluation, and the terms and conditions under which the contract will be awarded. This RFP process allows the state to compare proposals based on various factors such as price, qualifications, and the proposed approach to fulfilling the project's needs. It's often used for more complex or technical services where the qualifications and methodologies of vendors are the key evaluation points. Florida's RFP process is governed by state procurement laws and regulations, including Chapter 287 of the Florida statutes. This ensures transparency, fairness, and competition in our contracting. Finally, it's important to note that after issuing an RFP, the vendor information portal, which we discussed on a previous slide, the calendar events will outline the specific agency requirements, criteria for evaluation, and terms and conditions under which the contract will be awarded. This serves as a good reminder to make sure that your registration in vendor information portal is accurate, so this information will be transmitted to you most efficiently. Finally, on this slide, any technical questions about the specific RFP should be submitted to the procurement office via our shared inbox, floridacommerce.purchasing@commerce.fl.gov, and we will make that link available by the date and time specified in the RFP calendar of events. Finally, a little specific information about this specific RFP, the WITS procurement information. The department will be issuing this RFP in the next couple of weeks. Vendors are encouraged to form partnerships as needed to meet the request for proposal requirements for the workforce information technology solution to provide both labor exchange and case management functionality in a single solution. We've included information on Florida's procurement guidelines as well as vendor resources on this slide as well. We'll be placing this resource links in the chat momentarily. And now I want to turn it back over to Director Volpe to continue our presentation.
Thank you, Andrew. Now we will jump into part 2, where you will receive information about the workforce technology solution, which includes an overview of the Bureau of One-Stop and Program Support and the current labor exchange and case management systems. We will discuss the workforce information technology solution and provide a high-level project timeline. Now I will turn it over to Carmen Hill, Bureau Chief of One-Stop and Program Support, to provide a programmatic overview.
The Bureau of One-Stop and Program Support is committed to ensuring Florida's job seekers and employers receive high-quality services through the state's workforce network of career source partners. The Bureau leverages strategic partnerships to strengthen the Florida economy by providing critical workforce development services, cultivating emerging industries, and supporting existing businesses to meet the needs of Florida's ever-changing economic landscape. The Bureau partners with CareerSource Florida and the state's 21 local workforce development boards to support employers and help Floridians gain employment, remain employed, and advance in their careers. The Bureau is the administrative agency designated for receipt of federal workforce development grants and other federal funds pursuant to Chapters 20 and 445 Florida statutes. State law requires CareerSource Florida to enter into a contract with Florida Commerce for the administration of workforce services and funds. The Bureau is organized into 3 administrative units, including policy, training, and support, compliance and data, and statewide programs. The state's online labor exchange system is designed to connect employers with job seekers. The system provides a wide variety of services at the local level to meet specific employer and job seeker needs, to include assisting low-income residents attain their skills, knowledge, and motivation necessary to achieve self-sufficiency. The local workforce development boards provide a variety of federal programs to employers and job seekers who qualify for assistance, such as job skills training, education attainment, emergency disaster relief, supportive assistance, homeless prevention programs, and financial management assistance. Employ Florida provides access to a complete set of web-based employment tools. Employers can use Employ Florida to define skills and post job orders to find potential candidates, research labor market information on salaries and economic data, and set up a virtual recruiter search agent, among other things. Job seekers can use Employ Florida to also create professional resumes and cover letters, review available jobs and apply online, identify and access free online learning and training resources in addition to several other activities. The One-Stop Service Tracking System is a case management system used to track activities and provide data for state and federal level reporting. Applicant data is exchanged and used by other state agencies to provide Floridians with additional assistance programs. The goal of the One-Stop Service Tracking Project is to develop a system that enables local workforce development boards and service providers to more effectively exchange data and tracking to engage customers in additional programs and promote self-sufficiency and provide a user-friendly, comprehensive case management system. While both one-stop systems are vital to the goals of the Bureau and the department, the case management portion of this procurement is a large part of the solution as it integrates across agencies and programs, allowing users to add, modify, and track applicant and participant information. With that in mind, the ability for users to access both a labor exchange system and a case management system in one solution is a major requirement for this procurement. Now I'll hand it over to Jen Cook, Workforce Technology Portfolio Director, to review the next few slides.
Before we introduce the scope of work for the procurement, we would like to review some of the goals we are looking to achieve. The Workforce Information Technology Solution will address our current challenges through creating and reaching the following goals. Provides Floridians with services that promote self-sufficiency, supports economic growth through training and upskilling, allows for collaboration and data sharing between state economic, educational, and governmental agencies, provides streamlined services through the integration and interoperability of multiple cross-agency systems, provides a user-friendly format with a customer-first approach, promotes efficiency through the identification and automation of manual processes, provides a single solution for both labor exchange and case management. Here is an overview of some of the requirements that will be presented in the scope of work. The scope will include the procurement and implementation of a comprehensive, web-based, and customizable workforce innovation technology solution, or WITS. The WITS must meet all federal and state compliance requirements. It must also meet federal, state, and industry technology standards for data governance, data capability, security, and disaster recovery. Contrary to the current one-stop systems, the new WITS will need to have combined functionality to include both the labor exchange and case management systems. The new WITS will need to have integration capability that specifically allows for integration with other systems, including Reconnect and FLWINS. And finally, it will need to be focused on usability and human-centered design. At a minimum, we will be looking for the Workforce Information Technology Solution to provide the following functionalities: labor exchange and job matching, case management and performance management, document management and storage, eligible training provider application portal, eligible training provider list repository, reporting capabilities that meet federal requirements and ad hoc programmatic needs, intake and customer tracking, performance tracking, and business service and client management. The high-level timeline you see on the screen provides a projection of what some of the procurement tasks could look like based on the Workforce Information Technology Solution implementation, which would hopefully be in December of 2025.
Thank you for joining the One Stop and Program Support WITS webinar today. We hope the information presented today has been informative, and we look forward to continuing communication in the future. Have a great afternoon.